Hey, we're back. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Boob Tube, and I am one of three wonderful hosts of our Wednesday show, Kari, Anthony. And of course, it's not Boob Tube without Casey Carter and Desirable Bottom. And what made me change my intro after almost 5.5 years, I have no idea. Hey, ladies,
That's okay. As long as they know
that's
it's
how
not.
our day is going,
Hi.
y'all.
Yes.
Hi.
Okay, wait. What is this on my shirt?
Welcome back, everybody. We've had a couple of
Mm.
weeks with technical difficulties and other things taking place. So welcome back. We're happy to be back, and we would just like you to stick with us through any technical issues that we may experience throughout tonight's show. So, oh, Jason's happy we're back. What's up, Broadway? How you doing?
Oh, Broadway. You gonna be in Orlando?
Uh, uh.
He knows what I'm talking about. Are you
I
gonna
know what
be in
you're talking
Orlando?
about too.
Are you going to be in Orlando? Inquiring minds want to know. Anywho,
Um, yeah, anywho, it's like we're having a whole conversation and everyone else is like, "Huh?" If you're in the adult industry, then you probably know what's happening in Orlando this weekend, so do your research.
if you are
Anywho,
a follower of Casey Carter, you should know what's happening this week in Orlando. Listen,
okay, well that
Broadway.
expands the reach.
As far as I know, Broadway, folks are wanting you in Orlando. So I suggest you make whatever calls you need to make and get your hiney to Orlando.
Wow. I didn't get that type of invitation. I'm feeling kind of left out.
Speak with the
I'm
executive
kidding. I'm
producer.
kidding. I was going to go, but I other things happened.
Okay.
It's been a week. It's been a couple of weeks actually. I'm just happy to be alive.
That's always a
That's
good
where
thing.
we're at.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fact.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Oh, Jason said he'll be attending New Jersey Exotica next year. 1,000%.
Woo
That's
woo.
fantastic, Jason. We missed you. We missed you. But we are really happy to be back. We're happy to be back on YouTube. Not that we don't love you guys on Twitter,
But
but
YouTube and
you,
us have got a long-term relationship going on right now. And yeah.
yeah, Twitter's like FWB. YouTube's the husband, Twitter's the FWB.
Oh, I got it. I got you, Kari. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
And Desiree was like, I'm out of this. I don't want to be a part of this trio no more.
All right.
Um,
Well, how was your week?
so it
You were just saying, well, not even your week. Your last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whenever
last
it was
couple
we
of
saw
weeks,
you last. Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been a few weeks. For me,
Uh huh.
it's been pretty crazy. Without without like letting all this vulnerable personal details out online. We'll just say um I'm happy to be alive. That's like the best thing that I could say is like I'm practicing gratitude and just appreciating that I have first world problems that well, some of them are a little more extreme than that, but yeah, I'm just happy to be here.
Okay. Well, I too am happy to be here, especially because um something happened to the display on my laptop and it does not come on, and so I had to I had a choice. I either spent, well, even though Deuce, I wasn't gonna have to spend a couple grand. I gonna have to spend, you know, anywhere from $1,800 to $2,200 on a new computer when my computer technically works just fine. And or he was like, just get a monitor,
Yep.
or
I've
just
done
get a
that.
monitor. So
Yep.
that is what I'm doing. I got creative and I found a package on Amazon that gave you two monitors. It was less than $200. It just took a minute to get here from California. And I kept asking myself, why didn't you just go to like Best Buy or somebody or another and do it locally? But I don't know that I would have gotten what I got for the price that I got it. Because
Right.
I picked up two 27-inch um, monitors. And let me tell you, I'm like, God damn. If I was blind, if I was Stevie Wonder, Helen Keller, I'd still be able to see boob tube. Okay. I'm just
What?
saying. That's how insane it is. And I've only got one up right now because on my day job, I have two monitors and I work with my laptop as my third monitor. So one monitor is horizontal, one monitor is vertical, and then my laptop is also horizontal. So I have fallen in love with the idea of the vertical. And so when you think about it, when you do social media, or if you make video for social media, it would be nice if the whole screen filled with
Yes.
that vertical shot. So
I love that. I
yeah.
love that. I'm
So
working on that, but I have my setup is I have 3 huge iMacs that are attached. So it's
mhm,
the screen and like they're all one system.
right. Okay.
And so I have 2 huge ones and then the other one is connected to a monitor also. It's a what do you call it? Like it's not like all one piece, but it's got like the separate, I forget what it's called. Anyways, it has a monitor, a
Okay.
27-inch monitor. So I feel you on that because I would much rather look at it vertical, but
Mhm.
it's old. It's like 10, 15 years old. So
Oh,
it's not the
okay.
new ones where you can just like change the orientation or the scaling or whatever they call it. So what's up,
Yeah.
Deuce Wrecker? How you doing? Welcome back, Desiree.
If only we can keep her.
I know how no, I know how frustrating it is when
Those
you're trying to
phones.
like
We lost
navigate
her again.
technical issues and you feel like FOMO.
And the sad thing is, um, 2 weeks ago, you were out of town and you gave us permission to do it without you. But Desi was like, nah, let's wait. And then last week, I had my technical difficulties, so we couldn't do the show. So here we are now, once again, running to a situation where one of us technically isn't ready. And what? Now that I think about it, Carrie, that runs the cycle. Because first you weren't available, then I wasn't available. Now we're having a hard time holding on to Desi.
Yeah. So what happened was I flew into Miami and once I got to Miami, once you touch down, it's like I have established clients and business and all kinds of things in Miami. That's why I go so frequently. Well, we bought a car.
Okay.
Announcement. We bought a Fiat so that when we go to Miami, we have transportation without having to inconvenience Jaji. So,
Mm.
you know, we're in the process of going through all the things to get the car legal and registered and all the things, right? But so
Right.
when we touched down into Miami, it was like I didn't even realize what
Oh.
time it was until all of a sudden it was like, "Girl, you coming to Boob Tube?" And I'm like, "Oh shoot,
Oh, had you had gotten to Miami on that day?
yes." But I
Ah,
got there earlier, so it wasn't.
okay.
I had planned it so that I was going to be on Boob Tube, but it just the day
Right. Got
was
away from you.
literally like
Mhm.
95 miles an hour. And the next thing you know, you're like, "Hey, um, hello, it's Wednesday." And I'm like, "Oh, shoot." And at that point, like I was in the middle of something and there wasn't a way for me to just
Right.
stop. And I'm like, "Yo, if you guys want to do the show without me, go for it." So I was just
And
like,
and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So, but Desi, I basically put it on Des, and she was like, "See you next week," and I was like, "Doses," because
she was
you
like
know
too much pressure.
I was ready to go either way. You know what I'm saying? Especially because I'm
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't feel guilty if we did it because you basically were like, go ahead and do it without me if you want to. So I'm like, okay, all right. So if we choose to go, then it's okay. Carrie's okay. But then at the same time,
Absolutely.
when Desi said, see you next week, I was like, I'm good with that too. So
Yeah.
there you go.
There you
Anywho,
go. So that's what's been happening with us people.
it's all right though. Because you know what? Because we all love you so much, we push through. We push through. So
Right, because like 12 minutes ago, we were definitely like, should we just have another technical day?
yeah, no, you should.
Casey was trying to set
You,
things up. Desiree's over there having a hard time, and I'm just like, yeah,
I
I'm
was gonna say
screaming, cursing, trying to get all that energy out before we come online because I've had a
you
rough
can.
few days.
Yep, nope, mm-mm. It's so funny. My one of lost her again. My coworker, my admin, she sent me this TikTok, not TikTok, sorry. Um, it's a post from IG, and I don't know if you can see that.
You and your work bestie overloaded, but trying to keep it together. Right, right. I,
I
I
thought,
feel the same way.
right? I'm like, I thought that was so appropriate because I'm like, it's not even like the person trying to help you is empty and can take on some of your load. They're carrying their own shit too. And they're like, look, it's me and you. It's me and you.
Yeah, I definitely, yeah, I can feel that.
So, all right.
Feel
So
that 1000%.
Desi is working on restarting all of her stuff. Um, so hopefully we'll get her back. Um,
Well, I have some old stuff that I didn't get a chance to talk about.
I think I do too.
So,
So we can
perfect
visit.
opportunity to like squeeze those
Yeah.
in.
Oh, but
Um,
wait, before we do that, Carrie, let me just do this while we don't necessarily have her and I can just get it out and get it done. So we were alluding to the fact that there's something going on this weekend, and this weekend is the ASN Lifestyle Magazine Awards in Orlando, Florida, of which yours truly is the host for the third year in a row. Lorenzo is the voice, the announcer, and I'm really excited because we're doing this at a this absolutely spectacular Holiday Inn. I'm gonna make it a point of going live on IG this weekend to try to give you some of the what's going on. But if you're in Orlando, the whole point of me saying what I'm saying is, if you're in Orlando, you need to come on through to the Holiday Inn on TG Lee Boulevard. I forget the exact address, but it's the one just across the highway from the airport. There's a Hooters nearby right there, something else or whatever. But come through. We're having a cigar social with me on Friday. We're having a white party on Friday. We're having a masquerade ball or party or whatever it is on Saturday. The awards are on Saturday. Cocktail parties, step and repeat, video walls. Apparently, they're doing it big this year. So I'm a bring you as much of that as I can and share as much as I can. And hopefully, again, if you're in town in the area, come on through. Okay, now we can go back to boob tube now that I've got that out. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you for indulging me.
no problem. I have nothing exciting going on.
You're always
Ex-
busy. Stop it. Always.
well, I'm kind of in recovery, so
Mm.
for a couple of weeks. So
Okay. All right.
yeah,
Fine.
yeah,
Fine.
we'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
In that recovery, like I'm not in rehab because you can see I'm at home, but yeah, yeah, we'll
Okay.
just leave it at that because it just
Okay.
it just opens up too many questions. But anyway, so let's talk about what we've been watching on our screens, what's been streaming, what's on TV, the movies, and whatnot. And a few weeks ago, I didn't get a chance to talk about it, but I watched a couple of things that were quite interesting. And one of them, well, first of all, let's just say RIP for Terrence Stamp, most known for his role in Superman. He passed away this week. So
Who is Terrence Stamp?
he's the older white haired gentleman. He played in Superman. He played Superman's dad, I think.
Okay.
And he was also in Herman Melville's Billy Budd, um, Last Night in Soho in 2021, which was a Tim Burton.
Mm.
Like he starred in 2 films with Tim Burton. So he's if you looked at him, he played General Zod in the Superman films. If you
Got
see him, you'll recognize him.
it. Got it. Okay. Cool. 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 Got you.
Also, Tristan Rogers passed away, who was best known for his role on General Hospital.
Luke.
No, Simon.
Simon.
Yeah, it was no, was maybe it was Luke. Luke and Laura?
Luke and
Yeah, I
Laura.
think it was. No, he played Robert Scorpio. So
Scorpio.
he was married to Anna Scorpio.
Oh.
Yeah.
Listen, those are when you talk about big names, Luke, Laura, those are them. Yeah. Okay. Right.
And also Danielle Spencer, who was on What's Happening, also passed away.
As in D?
Yes, D. Thomas.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Some of these other people that passed away don't remember don't know who they are. They're, neither here nor there. But yeah, those were the ones. Oh, and Lonnie Anderson. What? I
Wait,
missed
what?
that one.
What do you mean?
Lonnie
Lonnie?
Anderson.
Who dat?
What?
August the 3rd. She was best known from WKRP
WKRP in
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Yes.
What's the
Oh,
guy's name that passed away? Burt Reynolds.
Huh?
Wow.
Wait, when did Burt Reynolds pass away? Did I miss that? Isn't he already
A
dead?
few years ago, a
Okay,
long
I
time
was gonna
ago.
say. I was gonna say, isn't he already dead?
Yeah,
Okay, but
he's been
Lonnie
gone.
Anderson died.
Mm-hmm.
She just died.
August the 3rd. I missed that
wow.
one.
Okay.
Yeah. And we already talked about Hulk Hogan and some of the other people, but yeah,
Wow.
Ozzy
Okay.
Osbourne. Whew. Anyway, so what I do want to talk about, and I don't know why it made me think of Anthony Hopkins, but Anthony Hopkins has a new movie out and it's called Locked.
Locked.
It is a movie about it's a psychological thriller, right?
Oh,
And what happens is there's this guy, he's down on his luck, and he is trying to get his car out of the shop so that he can go and pick his daughter up from school. He's broke, he's a thief, you know, drug addict, whatever. And so he breaks into cars and steals what he can to get the petty cash or whatever so that he can go get his car. Well, he goes to break in to Anthony Hopkins' vehicle, which is, I don't know, like a Bentley truck or a Porsche truck or some kind of like, he thought he scored, right? He gets
Right.
into the truck and Anthony Hopkins has this truck like completely locked down
Hmm.
and has already, so I guess the truck had been broken into before, and so now he's anticipated all the things that he's going to try to get out of the car and escape. And meanwhile,
okay.
Anthony Hopkins has tapped into the internet or the Bluetooth or whatever inside the car. So he is conversing and like taunting and like torturing this guy. And it is so interesting because I'm like, yo, starves him, makes him drink his own urine to hydrate. Like it is crazy.
Oh my.
All because this truck got broken into. And I'm like, this is serious and sick. Like, I understand you're upset that your car got broken into, but dang. And he's like, oh, I'm just trying to get you to change your life or whatever.
It's a little aggressive.
Yeah, it is different. It's like, okay, so I watched The War of the Worlds with
Yes.
Ice T.
Ice Cube.
I mean Ice Cube, and I was like,
Yep.
yeah, that was
I watched it too.
Look, I'm gonna
I
say,
had to.
if to the executive producer, if you just want to give away money, you just want to throw it out the window. I'm gonna
I
tell
think
you
we should
where.
have a boob tube movie.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you where our
Get
window
us
is
to do
located.
it.
Whether you come to the window in Atlanta, the window in Baltimore, the window in Canada, shoot, you can take it to the window in Philly. Okay, but listen, I'm just saying, if you just gonna throw money and see where it lands,
I'll just
Just
take a
saying.
million. Like, we'll do it off of a million.
hands out.
Yep. We'll take that Netflix money.
Oh, that was Prime money. That was Amazon Prime money.
Right.
But I'll take that too.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot,
Mm-hmm.
take it too.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay.
I took a look at it and I so when I started watching the Anthony Hopkins movie, I instantly thought of you saying this reminded me of that movie, right? Like where it's
Uh,
literally just
okay. Where
one
everybody was
person.
somewhere else shooting their scenes.
Well, initially no.
Okay.
Initially you're introduced to like like they give you context on why he's so desperate, right? You know, they build up the emotion so that you have at least a little bit of empathy for him, right? He's just trying to be a good dad to his daughter, even though he's you know, an F up. But, you know, he's really trying hard to do the right thing and go pick his daughter up from school. Cool. We get it. But he tries to break in to the wrong car. And it was like that whole the rest of the entire movie is basically him inside the car, Anthony Hopkins, you know, turning on classical music, blowing the air conditioner as hard as he possibly can to freeze him out. Like he literally tortures the heck out of this guy. And I'm just like, all for breaking into your car? Like I would hate if something more serious happened. Like, yeah. So, it's an interesting approach to petty theft. Interesting approach. Like, I'm sure the guy was like, I'd just rather be locked up at this point. Like, just take me to jail. And that's probably what the doctor wanted. He wanted him to feel like, yeah, just take me to jail. So,
and who
it's
else? It
called
was
Locked.
Sandra Bullock, right? She was in there too, right?
No. Locked?
No.
Bullock.
On, yeah.
On the movie?
Yeah.
No.
No? That wasn't the chick in the War of the Worlds?
Oh, you're talking about War of the Worlds. That was Eva Longoria, I think.
Oh, okay. My bad then.
Eva Longoria.
Yeah.
I get confused all the time. Okay. I do.
That's why we love you. That's why we love you. So, Locked, Anthony Hopkins. What do you got, Casey?
So, gosh. I'm going to talk about the weird thing that I watched that I would not have watched lest it not be for the recommendation of someone that I trust their opinion, right? So there's a program on Netflix or a movie on Netflix called The Platform. There's a 1 and a 2. I haven't finished 2, but it's a no, it's not. I'm not gonna say foreign language film. It's a foreign film, so it's the audio is dubbed or whatever.
Okay.
That's it's not horrible. The dubbing isn't horrible, but the story is very, very peculiar. And so the premise of the story is this: people voluntarily go to stay in this place called the Pit. The Pit, as it turns out, is 333 levels. It is technically a prison. And on each level are 2 people. And in the center of your level, in the center of whatever floor you're on, is a giant square hole. Every day, a platform lowers level by level by level. The platform is covered in food. The food on the platform is whatever you say is your favorite dish. So if you say your favorite dish is German chocolate cake, there's a German chocolate cake on the platform. If you say your favorite dish is escargot, there's a plate of escargot on the platform.
So it's tempting.
Here's the game.
Okay.
Whatever. You only get to eat when the platform hits your level. Whatever you can eat while the platform is on your level is what you can eat. Once the platform leaves your level, you cannot keep anything on your level. So you eat in that moment, and that's it. That's it. Whatever you can eat, you eat. If you keep something, they either turn the heat up really, really high or freeze you out, because that's your punishment for keeping food after the platform leaves.
Okay, so this must have been where Anthony Hopkins was living.
And when I tell you this movie is wild, I can't even begin to really explain. Like, I could tell you everything and your mind still could not conceive of what I'm talking about. So
Same.
So there's a 1 and a 2, and you're gonna have to look for them. No lie, you will probably have to go into the search to find these movies. So again, it's called the platform. There's a 1, there's a 2. It is one of those things that once you start watching it, your brain is going to go, huh, I wonder how that's going to turn out. I wonder how they're going to survive. Oh my God, what? Get out of here. Because you find out you want to be somewhere in the middle, no lower than the middle. And that is because once it gets below, say, level 132, 140 something, there is no food on the platform. Now, remember, I said there are 333 levels. So if there's no food halfway through, that means everybody below is starving. What happens when a person gets desperate and they're hungry? And when I say no food, that is inclusive of liquids. So there will be no food, no water. And there is a faucet in the room. There's a faucet in the room. So if you had to, you could drink the faucet water, but no food. And you are on your level for 30 days. And so again, hear me when I say, if you are below like 130, 140, there's no food when it gets to you. You're on that level for 30 days. What are you going to do when you find yourself absolutely starving and you're staring at your roommate across the other side?
Cannibalism. What? That's what's going to happen. Just joking. Just joking.
Nah, that's what happens. That is exactly what. Yeah. Yep. It is and it's funny because each one focuses on two specific people. And what happens is, like, let's say, Kari, for example, you and I are cellmates. You and I are cellmates until something happens to one of us, whether we commit suicide, whether we're killed, or whether whether I decide I'm gonna start munching on Kari. That's how long we're cellmates. If something happens to one of us and we are no longer living, you get a new cellmate, and it
do it all over again.
And
that's
so
crazy.
In the first platform, the main character, one of the main characters, he is in there for 6 months because he wanted to earn a certification. He wanted to get a degree. I don't even recall what the degree was supposed to be in, but he gave up 6 months of his life to be tortured in exchange for a degree. He didn't even commit a crime. He just wanted to appear, because he's not actually studying anything while he's there. He's just doing the time so that when he's done, they'll give him a degree. They'll give him paperwork that says he earns a. And I'm like, that is the craziest shit ever. His roommate is in there because he got caught up in a marketing situation where he bought this knife off of TV. Turns out the manufacturer of that knife made another knife that never needed to be sharpened. So he bought the second knife, but he was so frustrated or whatever, he threw the knife out the window. The knife goes flying and kills someone on the street, a stranger on the street. So he was given the option to do 12 months in this facility versus a regular sentencing. And so he did. And he was literally, I think, 1 month away from getting out before he was killed.
Damn.
That's insane.
I'm telling you, it is well worth the watch. Well worth the watch. It is not.
What is it called again?
It's called The Platform. The Platform.
The Platform.
There's a 1 and a 2. You definitely, if you're gonna get invested, you definitely have to watch the first one, because they say things in the second one that refer back to the first one. But
cool.
Yeah, this weekend
I'm gonna check it.
Check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. It is weird, but it's one of those good weirds.
Okay. I didn't know there was such thing as a good weird or bad weird, but
I like it.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Guess what I'm
Woo!
gonna go with?
Dexter.
Dexter. Am I
No, it's
right, Desi?
not. No, it's not. Fooled you. Um. Okay, so we can't talk about Dexter when we whip around again, but I'm gonna go with Alien Earth.
Okay, please tell me. I want to hear what you think. I heard from somebody else. Tell me what you think.
Okay, so that is like the new Alien Isolation. We all know the movie, right? We've all seen it, or have you guys seen it? It's
Yeah.
an old school movie.
Oh, you're
Yes.
talking about
Okay.
because there
I've
are
I've
multiple.
seen the
There are
movie.
multiples. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah, the Predator, and you guys all know what it is. Okay,
Right.
good. We're caught up. So, anyways, the the series though is very good. I like it.
Okay.
So what happens is this ship lands on Earth, like the ship in the sky or wherever it's gonna be. There, it's in the sky, I guess. It lands on Earth, and then so there's this girl, and she's dying, and I'm not gonna like spoil it all, but I just want to give you guys a little backstory. So
Mm-hmm.
there's this. She's a little girl. She's sick. She's like dying of leukemia or some sort of illness. And they tell her, we are going to put you in this synthetic body. So they figured out a way to transfer people who are dying from their bodies into this it's a vessel, right? The other
Okay.
person's body is like a vessel, or it's like a way to transmit the one to the other one.
Okay.
So, anyways, they put them on the bed and they start doing this with these kids to experiment with them because they're sick and they're dying, right? So this goes on. They do about 5 kids.
Mm-hmm.
They transfer them. And they're like, then they send them on missions. So the ship lands, and then she's like always wondering about her brothers. So she had a sibling, and the sibling never got to experience what she got to experience. So, she's always thinking about him and looking for him on the TV because they have access to all this stuff, but, and they don't tell her you're going to be reunited with your sibling. So when the ship lands, he's like a paramedic or like a medic who works for who works for the country, I guess, or whatever. So they're like doing search and rescue. There's like a whole bunch, like a whole team of them. They have to go to this crash landing site where the ship crashed. And then she ends up being reunited with her brother, which is great to see because, it's like kind of like it's connection, right? It's like
Right.
happily ever after kind of, yeah. So then they start to get like involved with the predator. And then so there was like eggs, and what makes me laugh is she tells the one of the other kids who got like transformed into like the synthetic bodies. She's like, whatever his name was, she's like, you gotta watch the omelets because they're gonna yeah. So she was like calling the eggs omelets because they didn't realize it was like the baby eggs of the predator.
Oh.
So yeah,
Okay.
and then that's where they left it. That's where they cut off the show. So I was like,
What do you
they kind of
wait? What
left.
do you mean? Are you saying for the season, like last episode of season? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, it was like the last episode that I watched because they only
Oh,
have episode 1 and episode 2.
two.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 All right. Yeah. No,
Mm-hmm.
I did hear that there was only 2 episodes so far.
Yeah. So it was good. I liked it. I would recommend it.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not
Cool.
going to be for everybody, but if you like space shows, again, I would recommend to check it out.
So I first of all love the Alien franchise.
Okay.
I remember being a little kid and seeing the very first one and being creeped out by the alien erupting out of the person's stomach. And when I was a little kid, I was a little kid. I think I might have even still lived in New York. I don't remember, but
I was traumatized too.
it
Just a
really
little.
was. It was very scary. It was on that Jaws scary. Like when
Mm-hmm.
Jaws came out for the first time, people didn't want to get in the water at the beach
Yep.
or whatever. But I don't know. There's something about the way they did that movie that was just really so good. And I don't recall how many they've made, but they've made so many of them, and they all do relatively well. I will admit, I think probably the best ones were the ones with Sigourney Weaver, because I even
Okay.
saw the most recent movie, which was I think Prometheus or Romulus or whatever they called it. It just wasn't it just wasn't the same without Ripley in the storyline.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just not
Yeah.
just not the same. And so, but it definitely a franchise, a series worth watching.
I agree. And I share the sentiment about the first Alien where that scene is so epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. So, my next I'd like to share the next thing that I saw. It's called Savage Salvation.
Hmm.
Ooh.
It stars what's his name? Robert De Niro, John Malkovich, and some other people. And
Wow.
it's a
Old heads.
story. What was that?
I said old heads.
Yeah. Um, so Robert De Niro plays the sheriff of this small town in Florida, and John Malkovich plays the father of a daughter who is a drug addict. Her and her boyfriend are a drug addict, and they decide that they're gonna get clean. And in the midst of them getting clean, the drug dealer that was selling them the drugs gets the girl. He's like, "Here, take this." You know, meanwhile they've been weeks off the drugs. They're finally like, "Okay, our life, we're starting to clean up, whatever." He gives her the drugs. She takes it and dies. She overdoses. And so the boyfriend is going after the drug dealer, but he's not just going after the drug dealer. He wants to know where those drugs came from.
Mm.
And so he's on a mission and he is savage. So when they say savage salvation, like
Uh,
he is shooting, killing, he does not care. You get in his way, you don't give him an answer that he wants, whatever. He feels like he has nothing to lose cuz this was all he had left. Like he got sober for her
wow.
because she was the one that wanted to get sober and he just went along with it because he knew that if she got sober and he wasn't sober, she was going to leave him. So he
Right.
was like, "Well, I gotta get sober so I
This
can keep
that's
her."
if that's what we
Right.
do.
Right.
Yep.
And so when they get sober and he's like, "Okay, I see we're gonna have a different life now," and he's like hopeful, let's have a family, let's get asked her to marry him. Like
Wow.
to him, he's got the whole world ahead of him. He's like, "Oh, this, like you got to imagine you've accomplished something that you probably never even thought of because if you're amidst an addiction, the last thing you're thinking about is I'm gonna get sober." So, anyways,
Right.
newfound hope. She's even got him going to church. Like he's on the road to this new life that he's just, never imagined. And this happens. And so, come to find out, bum, 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 who's the drug dealer?
Somebody's dad.
Watch and find out.
Oh.
Oh, love it.
No.
Love what you did there.
Yeah. Built you up like I was about to tell you. Look at Casey,
Yeah,
mad as
you
hell.
see
She's
me
like,
Hell yeah.
just throwing out ideas, and she's like, "Yep, you'll have to watch it." Like, oh,
Nice.
yeah. You know, the people you least expect. They've got a little friend group. They've got family members that they're hanging out with. And it's like, typical, oh. And then when you find out who's responsible, you're like, what?
okay.
So check it out. It's good if you're into like that whole like angry revenge, getting your justice, which I definitely am for.
What's
Heck
it
yeah.
on?
Yeah. It is on one of my streaming sites. It looked like it was on, I want to say Prime. Yeah, it was on Prime.
This is gonna sound crazy, but it sounds like a Prime movie.
It was one of those things that I was like, let me see if I could find something to watch in the background. And then I started watching it and was like,
You were watching.
okay, you got me.
Yeah.
It was okay. So just to kind of give you an idea of how this happens, I work from home. I do a lot of administrative virtual assistant kind of stuff, right? So I set up my computer, but I can't sit here all day. It
Right.
hurts my butt. It's just not comfortable and it's just not healthy. So I take breaks throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
And so this was one of those, let me take a 30-minute break, find something just to put on to appease my little 30 minutes, and then I'm going to go back and get back to work. But the 30 minutes turned into 2 hours because I got interested into the movie, and what I thought was just going to be background noise captured my attention. And then it was like, as you started to see all the people that were involved, and then of course you suspect others, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I suspected the sheriff was involved. I suspected this person, the preacher at the church. Like, there's a whole bunch of people that along the way you're like, oh man, are they involved? So that for me was very like, I got to see who did it now. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I was invested. So my 30-minute break turned into 2 hours. So,
We won't tell.
and Prime is good for that. Like, it either, like, I feel like with Amazon Prime, it's either going to be super, super garbage or super surprise. Like, and I kind of like that. I kind of like that I'm going to start watching something and it has the potential to be either or.
Yeah, like equally either or, because that I have definitely had that experience with Prime programming where I pick something and I'm so disappointed it was so bad. But when I go to something like Hulu or Netflix, whatever I pick more times than not is pretty good. So yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah. I feel like I'm playing Russian roulette. I'm like,
Hmm?
let's see.
So
You never know what you're gonna get.
I'm gonna go quick because I want to give Desi a chance to get one more in before we start rolling our stuff. But I'm watching. So my sister, she and I are 15 and a half years apart. I'm the oldest, and she, she likes to watch really interesting things. So, for example, she likes telenovelas, and she likes them in their native tongue of Spanish. So she likes to watch them and you know whatever. So I say I say all that to say I started watching something um on Apple called Acapulco. It is basically a telenovela that is sort of English and Spanish. It is not quite as dramatic as a regular telenovela, but it is very telenovela vibe. And it is actually quite good. As somebody who grew up watching soap operas, watching um, Ryan's Hope, All My Children, um, Day of Night, or whatever that one was called.
Days of Our Lives.
No, not Days of Our Lives. It came on. It was Ryan's Hope, All My Children, One Life to Live, I think is what that one was called. And then it was
Yep, One
General
Life to Live.
Hospital. And after General Hospital for a while, there was another 30-minute program. So like Ryan's Hope was 30 minutes on the front end, and then there was another one that was 30 minutes on the back end. And so I grew up watching all of that. So telenovela is basically soap opera, but in Spanish, but it is overly dramatic. Overly, like telenovelas, it doesn't matter if you understand Spanish. It doesn't matter if they give you subtitles. It is the drama of the telenovela, and we're talking the overly exaggerated drama, like it's the extremely
I love the
exaggerated.
telenovelas.
Right. So like that's for non-Spanish speaking people, that's the beauty of a telenovela. You don't need to know Spanish to know someone's mad, sad, happy, horny. You don't need to know. You don't need to know what they just said. You just got to watch the body language, right? So Acapulco, like I said, it is basically telenovela style. They toned down the drama, the dramatics of it, but they're giving you very telenovela in the way they tell the story. And it is quite interesting. I'm not even going to give away the premise of the show, but I just started watching it a week ago. Maybe not even a whole week ago, but I just started watching it. There were 4 seasons of this show. I didn't even know there were that many seasons. I'm excited. It is actually really, really good, extremely engaging. Yes, you're going to need to pay attention to the screen because there are a lot of subtitles, because it's probably a 60-40 split in terms of 60% in Spanish and 40% in English. So you're going to want to pay attention to the subtitles, but I promise you, it is so well worth it. The story, the characters, it is really, really entertaining. Now, I'm gonna say this before I let Desi do her thing. Acapulco is on Apple TV, Apple Plus, whatever, right? I want to say that and reiterate that because my sister, who I mentioned when I first started talking about this, she says to me, "Did you know they're bringing Ted Lasso back?" If you are a Ted Lasso fan, and I
am.
I have to admit, I was a Ted Lasso fan. Not at first, but once I started watching it, I couldn't stop watching it. If you're a Ted Lasso fan, they are bringing Ted Lasso back. And I believe, I don't know if she said they're filming now, if it's already done and it's coming this year. I don't know what the case is, but I am so excited they're bringing Ted Lasso back. So, Acapulco, Apple TV, Ted Lasso. And still while on Apple TV, if you watched the morning show with Rachel, what's her name? Whatever Brad Pitt's ex-wife, Jennifer Aniston, and the other little blonde girl, Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
If you are a fan of the morning show, that is coming back in September. Okay, I won't say anything else. Go ahead, Des.
Okay, Dexter, let's talk about it. Dexter Resurrection.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so from what I got from the last episode, like I'm talking about the most recent one. Do you guys see it or no?
Yes.
Okay, so that was the one where I'm gonna assume the mom died, right? The rideshare guy's mom died, right? Or was that like okay? And then so Dexter and Harrison got to go to the funeral. They were like, expecting it to be all sad and mopey, and you pay your respects, but they're like having a party. They were like, hell yeah, celebration of life, let's go. They were just like giving her. So, I mean, it was like they were eating food, they were talking. Dexter went and paid his respects. This other chick came up to him and was like, "Are you scared of dead people? Like, let me know what's going on here."
Dead people.
Yeah. So he ended up, everything was good. And then, so he got this, he's like pretending to be this other serial killer, right? I think in the show named Red. So this other person is the dark passenger. That's why I think he's pretending to be Red.
Right.
So yeah. So Red was the real dark passenger, and he ended up taking him out. So now he's got to put on this persona of Red, and he got invited to this serial killer dinner. And then, so there's like a whole bunch of them that group up together, and Prater's the little person, and he was on Game of Thrones, I think, was it, or something?
Okay, yep.
Or I think he was.
Yes.
And then so he's hosting the dinner, and they all go out and have like this lavish, everything, you name it, the spread is there. They have a whole bunch of stuff. And this guy has like a fetish or like a kink with each serial killer's like what are they called? like their items that they have. So he told the serial killers to bring one of their trophies. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So meanwhile, this guy is like doing good, and they don't like people don't know he's got a dark side. So I mean, like in the forefront, he's like helping the police officers. He has like a really sad backstory. Like he's telling people, I'm an orphan. Both my parents died. The policeman saved me. So policemen are like a really strong and like because they saved me. It's like I'm very dedicated to the policeman force, and always raising funds for them, always pushing for them, yada yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
And then like behind closed doors, he's like got this scary fetish. It's like killer fetish or killer. Yeah. Killer trophy fetish? Sorry? Sorry, not sorry.
That's interesting.
Okay. I think there's more to the story. I think that we're gonna find out. So you know that they never determined who the New York person was.
Right.
Remember the detective said there's always that case. I think he's gonna be that guy, the little person. I don't think that he's just interested. I think my prediction is that he is the New York Ripper, and that's why he's so obsessed with these people. Is because he actually because I just feel like there's more to the story. You know what I mean? Like
there has to be. Yeah, I see it too.
And when you start putting things together and they keep talking about this New York Ripper that they never found out who it was, I think this is just where I'm going with this is I think he takes like he learns about other serial killers, and I think that he's still been active, but they have linked those to the other serial killers. So like let's say the Bay Harbor Butcher does it this way, he changes his MO to emulate the Bay Harbor Butcher, and so now they think that it's connected to the Bay Harbor Butcher. I don't know, that's just
You're
a
onto
theory
something.
for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a theory for me, but I do think that he's more than just this person who's hyper interested in serial killers.
You think he's partaking in these serial killers?
Oh, absolutely. That's why, and I think that's what fascinates him, and that's why he's so adamant to make sure that nobody says anything or like the secrecy of this group is because his status and how he's been able to blend into the police force, and that's why he's so hidden. And that's why he's obsessed, like he had that extra obsession with the Bay Harbor Butcher because he was like, yeah, he was a part of the police force. Sorry.
Okay.
Referring to the
Prater.
James Dokes.
Prater. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Excuse me. I don't know. That's just my theory.
I've got to get caught up. Like I think I told you, I didn't think my Paramount account was allowing me to see the other episodes because it's a Showtime program. So the Paramount account that I have, it's not letting me see anything other than the first episode, but I'm gonna figure it out. I don't want to have to bootleg a bitch, but
I think it's on other streaming services as well because I've seen it on multiple things. So I would look into other places that you might be able to view it. Like on my Roku, if you look up Dexter Resurrection, which is where I found it, instead of trying to look on, because I was like, I don't remember which one it's on. It gives you multiple options at the bottom. And I want to say it's on Paramount Plus. It's on
but see,
some
that's
other
the thing.
ones.
That's why I was saying my Paramount Plus account only let me see the first episode. I haven't been able to watch other episodes. Maybe I don't, I'll have to go back and check. Maybe I was imbecilic on that particular occasion. I don't know. But I'll go back and check it. But that being said, it is that time.
It's so hard to say goodbye to Boob Tube.
Kari, that brings me to something I hadn't thought about until just right now, until you started singing that. So I saw the post of you talking about your favorite boy band, which you said was.
New Kids on the Block.
And what else did you say in that particular post? You looked very nice in that post, by the way.
Thank you.
Whoever took that photo did an amazing job taking that photo, if I could say that.
AI.
Don't say that. Take it back. Take it back.
It's true. It's true.
It was
I've
like
been playing.
Well constructed. I'm gonna tell you that
I
because
haven't been to a concert in like 20 years. Okay? Before I was even blonde. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm blonde naturally, but like I had
before
red
you were
hair,
a
dark
certain
hair.
level
Yeah.
of blonde.
No. I used to dye my hair from like 15 until the last 10 years. I finally
Okay.
I get my hair redone, but I get it done my natural color.
Okay.
And that's just to cover the grays. But if I'm being honest, I've been playing with AI because I have so much content and it repurposes the content and puts me in places that I'm never going to be able to take photos. At least not these kind of photos. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and so I'm glad I took the time to tell you that I thought the photo looked really good because it really did. It was really knowing that it's AI, I'm even more impressed because it was really, really nicely done. Really nicely done.
Thank you. Thank you. I've been experimenting because somebody was like, "Yeah, I make more money and I use AI photos," and I was like, "Okay." And then I struggled with, is this still being authentic? I mean, it's me. It's my photo. It just takes me and puts me into a different setting. So like I have pictures at the boatyard or like at the yacht place and all these things. Like when I was at the yacht place, I couldn't take pictures. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it gives me the opportunity to provide content. And let's just face it, depending on what your account is about, and we know that my account is about boom chicka bow wow. Yeah, people are not, they don't care. They're like, oh, and so for me, it was really interesting because it's not any different. Like I was talking to someone about it. We'll keep it short because I know we're about to get done. But somebody, like a photographer, was telling me we edit pictures and oftentimes we take away things like stretch marks and cellulite and blemishes and things like that. He was like, using AI is no different. It's still your face. It's still your body. It's still you. It's just putting you in different scenarios and different outfits and different things that, and I'm like, yo, this is cheaper than hiring a photographer and buying an outfit.
Right.
I got to take pictures at a concert. Like, no, I'm sorry. The last concert I went to was 2021 and it was New Kids on the Block in Boston, but I couldn't take pictures like that with an empty, you know what I'm saying? Like it was packed and there was kids there. It was just like not.
It was a mess. Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't trying to take boom chickie bow wow pictures. I'm just saying, like, it just wasn't the kind of scenario where I was like,
gotten the same photo.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, anyways, yeah, that was AI.
Okay.
And
go ahead, Des. Go ahead.
Okay, real quick, huge shout outs to our top fans. Whitney Freya's taking the number 1 top spot. Zany, number 2. Desirable bottom 3. Jason 4. And Miss Kari, platinum pussy 5.
I was coming for Whitney and then I got distracted.
Okay. All right. So I want to say this real quick before I turn the screen over to our start our official out of the show moment. But I am doing something I've never done before. It is putting me way outside my comfort zone. But I'm saying it now so that I can't back out technically, which is Casey Carter. Let me say it this way. Casey Carter is producing a calendar, a 2026 calendar. You are going to see parts of Casey Carter that you'd have never seen before. That's all I'm gonna say.
I like that.
Better cop a calendar. Better cop it.
Yeah.
It will be available at Exotica, New Jersey.
Oh shit.
I'm just saying. Be on the lookout. Anyway, all right, Kari, here's your show promo. Hit
She
it.
said, be on the lookout. Hey, you guys, we come on every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, except for when we're having technical difficulties at an Exotica show, or that's really the only reasons why we don't show up, traveling. So make sure you keep it locked and loaded on EXXXOTICA.tv. You can watch us on YouTube or Twitter, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for your favorite Wednesday night show about boob tube, not boobs.
Look.
And oh,
Okay,
you did it. You did it.
Yes, I was gonna say, look, I did it, Kari, but I gotta put Desi.
Casey accomplished getting rid of that dolphin.
So fucking.
That was a horrible try to do it. But you can see us October 24th to the 26th in Edison, New Jersey, December 5th through the 7th in my backyard, Washington, D.C. Ladies Free Friday, go to the site EXXXOTICAexpo.com as listed below. Sign up for your free tickets. And if you're interested in being a vendor or an exhibitor, you can request a kit and find out what it'll take to have your products or your business at an Exotica Expo. I definitely think that is important for your business. And if you've never attended, put it on your bucket list and go. Get your tickets. We'll see you there. Can't wait. It's a time. It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
You got to go at least once in your life. And if you go once, you'll probably be addicted and want to go to all of them.
There you go. And I'm going to repeat again. October, Edison, New Jersey, Casey Carter will have calendars. And what I'm hoping is I sell out in Jersey so that I have to get more for DC. So don't let me down, Jersey. Buy my calendars. Okay. Next slide.
Damn, that was so aggressive.
Yes.
Buy my calendar.
You got to have a CTA. You got to tell them what to do. Call to action.
You definitely
Call
do.
to action.
I know all about that.
I know you do, Kari.
That's what I'm doing right now. A CTA, call to action. And your call to action is to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on social medias and make sure you like, comment, share. Go look at our older videos, show some love and follow us on social media. That's what these little pink boxes are right here so that you guys can interact with us on socials. We love talking to you guys on Twitter. We love reading your comments on YouTube. So make sure you do that and let us know that you watched our show and let us know what you're watching on your TV, your streaming service, or what you saw at the movie theaters that you want to share with us. And we would love to post it and talk about it on our next episode. But with that being said, we are going to bring tonight's show to a close and say thank you to everyone who came, who stayed, who saw and participated in the chat. We love you guys so much. But till next time, we'll see you guys next week, same time, same bat channel. Back to you, Casey.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.